Testing, testing, 1, 2.
Testing, testing, 1, 2.
Welcome to Stony Point Tigers football on the Vype Live Network, presented by our MVP sponsor, the Stacy Group. Our diamond sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick, Hewlett Volkswagen, and Rudy's Texas Barbecue. And our platinum sponsors, Ally Medical Emergency Room and Club Car Wash. Stony Point Tigers football on Vype Live is also brought to you by our gold level sponsors, Active Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation, Buddy's Burger, Marco's Pizza, Premier Roofing, TJSN4 Vision Photography, and VeraBank. And our blue level sponsors, Alley's Way, Corridor Title, First Texas Bank, Mighty Fine Burgers, Prosperity Bank, Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard, and Tony C's Pizza. And now, along with producer and color analyst Jacoby Cabot, here's the voice of the Stony Point Tigers, Tyler Ulsis.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of high school football here on Vype Live. Tyler Ulsis with you next to Jacoby Cabot. We got a good one here to start. We've got the Stony Point Tigers taking on the Vandegrift Vipers, state champions last year and 1-1 currently to start the season. Stony Point coming in 2-0 after beating Eastview as well as their 17-14 win last week. So, bit tougher of a challenge here coming into hostile territory. It was definitely a much different atmosphere just coming into Park. I could tell it was going to be a different atmosphere overall in the game. Opening kickoff is there and taken about 3 yards deep in the end zone. And I was going to say, that's got to be a fair touchback. You can't field it in the end zone. So starting things off here, first quarter. Jacoby, we had a little bit of offensive struggles last week for Stony Point, only putting up 17 points. Kind of took a little bit to get started. They ended up, pulling away. That's the point of the game, scoring more points than the other team, and that's what they did last week. Put up a very good showing in week one, now coming out against Vandegrift. It's going to be a tougher task.
Yeah, definitely. If their defense was hot on like the last two games, I feel like it would be amazing. So let's see what this defense got as they're starting off on offense first and see if they can explode for these big runs.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how the running game has adjusted. A couple days of practice, and we get back into the swing of things. This one's going to be Troy right down the seam, and boy, just short. Thompson there with the hit, trying to make the catch, perhaps looking for the hit.
And they went deep the first play. I mean, they're trying to. It's very gutsy, but I like it. Going for it first play of the game, showing a statement that their run game and their passing game is pretty good.
Yeah, I always like not coming out afraid to start things off. As here is Calbus up the middle, Calbus handing it off up the middle. That's Lloyden gaining a couple, so it's about 3rd and 6 or so to start things off, needing to get to the 35. Calbus stays in this 3rd down. The Vandegrift crowd, it looks like it's blackout night. This crowd comes to life, and Calbus under pressure. Lloyden picks it up, strip sack, and it will be Viper ball, falling on it at the 25 as a defensive lineman. Boy, Calbus. Oh wow, they're going to say Stony Point ball. Boy, I was almost certain that a defensive end picked it up, but instead it was offensive lineman Christian Delgado.
Getting down there fast as possible just to ensure that the punting team can get this thing away from their end zone.
Yeah, Calbus had that ball kind of away from his body, away from his side, didn't have it tucked in, was looking to run with it, and defensive end came around and kind of swiped his arm.
Yeah, and you got to be careful when you're rolling out like that. Got to be very aware, and that's what he's very good at. He's past 2 games very good at pocket presence. That's nice.
Punt here. Of course, we had the block punt for a touchdown last time. Now some missed tackles, and they're able to get past the 50-yard line all the way down to the 46 as Vandegrift comes out for their first drive. Take a step aside, take 30, and come back for the first drive for Vandegrift. You're on Vype.
Community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestaceygroup.com today to learn more.
First play for the Vipers. Little pitch and catch there for a gain of about 5. Immediately tackled there by Brock Sumter. And we will have 2nd and 5 here. Vipers could have had possession at the 20-yard line were it not for that falling on it from the fumble earlier on for Stony Point. Not how you want your first drive to go, but it could have been worse. Now the pitch and catch out again. Picks up first down, just running that RPO action, and it's Brock Chilton picking up the first. Interesting to see how each team comes out firing. Usually those first or second drives are kind of scripted, how you want to go. We saw Stony Point trying to go through the air first.
Yeah, they was looking for a bomb, didn't connect on it, but you got to be careful. This coach is pretty good at drawing these plays up. As you saw, he's not scared to take some shots.
This one handed off and just pushed up the middle. I think that was Justin Moore, it was. Picking up 7. We talked so much about the run game for Stony Point, now having to face a very potent Vandegrift running team now. Empty backfield. Get rid of some extra cloth on the field in the backfield. Moore will motion to the backfield. Moore right across the offensive line, and he's taken down. We're going to say stop for no gain.
And this defense is doing what they did in last week, the week before that, making big stops, making some good stops, getting to the backfield pretty fast. So I like this defense. This defense have been really on it for these past games.
And again, we do want to apologize having a lack of crowd mic. I promise there is a crowd here. We had an outlet in our booth that wasn't working, and we came up about 5 or 6 feet short of cable and to make it outside to run a microphone for you guys. So we apologize for that. We will try and paint the picture with the crowd and what they're sounding like from our press box here at Leander ISD Ed Monroe Memorial Stadium. It's another first down for the Vipers. Going quick tempo here. Same play back-to-back, and different result as a hit stick laid down there. Good solid hit. Jaden Gamble right into the stomach.
As he's getting hype on the field after that hit.
Good solid tackle. I mean, he just anticipated it. Wide receiver made a good catch, holding that in. He just paid the price for it.
And they're very good at when the ball gets caught, the tackle is right there. I mean, they're fast to it, very good at not letting no extra yards after the catch happen, and very sound tackling from this defense.
Just getting the wind knocked out of him, perhaps. That's number 82, Chase Phillips for Vandegrift. Popping up and getting back in the huddle with a bottle of water. Glad to see that. Haven't seen too many injuries so far, thankfully. Early on in the season, usually in this early of the season, we're not immune to, cramping, having, just fatigue set in, that possibly, prompting some injuries. But it's been relatively safe for both sides of each game we've done so far, and looking to keep that continuing throughout the season. Don't want to get hit by the injury bug.
There you go. No one wants an injury, especially not so early into the season.
Dropping back to pass now, under pressure, and taken down by the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be about a 3rd and 11. Boy, Miles Tiadecki didn't have much room to operate back there.
No, they closed in so fast right now, and as we stated earlier, this team, the Vipers, they're pretty good, solid team, so you got to bring your best against them. You can't let up, and that's what this defense is doing, bringing their best against them.
Have a prime opportunity here, more motions in the backfield, 3rd and 11. Tiadecki's going to fire the swing pass out to Moore. He's got one blocker, but we've got 4 Tigers out there to make this stop and force down Joaquin Pena there to stop him at the line of scrimmage, and that'll force the field goal try.
And boys, this defense is something. I mean, we keep on talking about it. This defense is really special. The brightest spot on the field is this defense right here. Knowing how to make big stops when it matters the most.
There's really no weakness. You've got the DBs that are just sure tacklers. You've got the D-line already with a sack to start off this game, and linebackers have been flying to the ball all season, covering sideline to sideline. And now got Wiley Olson kicking from the right hash. Not a gimme by any means. Puts that through, and it's going to be a 3-0 lead for the Vipers. And we will step aside, come back for next Stony Point possession here on Vype.
Chet Garner here for my friends at Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick, and thank you for tuning into some great Stony Point football. Now, I know you're aware of the great deals on brand new vehicles at Don Hewlett in Georgetown, but did you know Don Hewlett carries hundreds of pre-owned vehicles too? So if you have a first-time driver in your home, like I do, and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, check out Don Hewlett. Stop by today or visit online at donhewlett.com, and let's go Tigers.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestaceygroup.com today to learn more.
Back here in the start of the first quarter, 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. Stony Point with the first points of the game, 3-0 on a field goal from Wiley Olson. It's a good start there, kind of a bend, don't break type of defensive stop there after you avoid the nightmare, the 20-yard to the end zone that they would have had if that strip sack would have been recovered by Vandegrift. Instead, they start still at the Stony Point 45. They had a decent punt return and only giving up 3 points. So Stony Point with a chance to take the lead or tie with their next points. And again, we'll see what this offense can do. That first drive not going quite as planned. We'll see how they combat that, how they can keep things going. 1st and 10 here from the 25. It is senior Troyer. Milligan, outside sweep, bounces it out again. And a wide receiver that knows how to block is out there, and that's got to really impress coaches. I think that was Rhymes. It was Tristan Rhymes out there keeping the block engaged.
Yeah, he's an all-around talent. I mean, in the passing game, he's good, and also the running game. You love to see a physical receiver who's not scared to make any type of blocks against anyone.
Saw a lot of that outside run game, a lot of those stretch plays in the first game against Eastview. Didn't see too many of them last week against Johnson. See if they keep going to that. Rhymes, and that one was just a mess from the start. Couple flags coming out there. Offensive line moved. Rhymes was starting to go upfield early, and just a mess. And they go back 5 yards. Self-inflicted penalties definitely heightened when you're up against tougher competition. Turnovers, penalties, special teams plays. We talked about those last week against Johnson, as a blocked punt went for 7 points to start things off. And definitely can't afford those here when you're in much tighter, much more hostile confines as well. Rhymes goes in motion the other way. Troyer hands off to Milligan, who pitches it back and trying to bounce it outside. Number 0, Oliver James, and he was shoved out of bounds. Loss of about 2 there. So Stony Point tried to go with a little trickery, but to no avail. Brings up about a 3rd and 12. So still no first downs from this Tiger offense. They can get a good punt, at least. Obviously, we'll talk about punts after this. The 3rd and 12 is really tough. They've only gone one play downfield. We really haven't seen them go to the passing game much after that.
Yeah, it's hard on these 3rd and 12s, and as we see,
pressure coming, boy. We're going to say down by contact. Another one, possibly another break there, as the Vandegrift Viper came out of there with the ball in his hand, but referee was right on top of it. Another sack. This is going to be pushing them back to 4th and forever. Call it about 4th and 26. And just nothing doing so far for this Tiger offense. Now out to punt. And Vipers with their punt returner on the Stony Point side. Aurora Day getting the kick. Bit of a sidewinder, and it's going to be fielded at midfield. Trying outside is Brock Chilton. Chilton breaks it to the outside and gets to about the 30, so much better field position. Mark him out at the 33. Much better field position for the Vipers, only having 33 yards to go. So we'll see if this Tiger defense, you don't really want to put your defense in this bad a position if you're the offense. You got to give them some space, give them some room to work with, give them some kind of cushion back there. You can't really have them start with 33 yards to defend every single time out. So you got to get at least some push as an offense.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes it hard for this defense, and we know that they're really good, but you got to catch them, give them some breaks sometimes.
As we try to get the kicking ball out for the playing ball, it'll be 1st and 10. Tiadecki's going to hand it off, and nowhere to go. D-line collapsing that immediately. I think that was TJ Daniel. It was.
And I mean, he just came up in there and they sound tackle day in, day out. They're very good with their fundamentals. 1-step, 2-step, get past your guard and then get to the ball.
Just sure tackling. Again, we talked about it from DBs, but it's all 3 levels. It's just sure tackling. As Moore had nowhere to go. 2nd and 10. Upcoming for the Vipers. Tiadecki hands off to Moore again. Gains a few more. They're going to push him up to about the 30-yard line. If they can stop him here on 3rd down, if they get a sack. Could definitely knock him out of field goal range. Of course, had that last week against Johnson. Daniel came across the line. Had to get back. That would have been snapped. That's a free play, but caught a break there. Tiadecki reset, sends a man in motion. And now a timeout as Vandegrift looked to be all over the place with their motion. Stony Point broke. Got back as I can see a coach kind of mimicking what he should do. Daniel just a little flat-footed getting back, but he did get back behind the line of scrimmage as Vandegrift didn't clock it right away. 3:13 to go in this first quarter. 3rd and 6 from the 29. Vandegrift with a 3-0 lead so far. And the story really has been the lack of offense from Stony Point. 2 possessions, and we don't have, a running electronic stats at our disposal. But I can tell you right now, it's definitely going to be in the negative for Stony Point with that last sack, and just already had 2 almost fumbles that could have made this game in even worse shape for Stony Point. Can't let it break you too far. Can't let your mental composure wear down so quickly in the game, especially against defending state champions. Tiadecki with 3 men on the near side. Snaps it there. Fires a quick out route, caught. And breaking out of an ankle tackle and push forward, and it's going to be a first down. Thomas Belcher with the catch and the first down. 3 minutes to go, and that one was a tough break, and now they got a fresh set of downs just inside the red zone at about the 19.5-yard line. Tiadecki with more to his left. Now sends Chilton in motion. Belcher up top. Hand off to Moore. Finds a space through the middle and goes in for 6. Boy, he just waded through a hole there and didn't have a whole lot of pressure in that second and third level, and makes his way into the end zone. It's going to be 9-0. Vipers.
And he burst through that hole very fast. This defense tired. Like we stated earlier, offense gotta give them a break. Get them some time and give them some good positioning, and they will make something happen.
And he almost looked stopped. He looked just kind of sitting there waiting a half a second, and then found some space, and then saw daylight once he got past that offensive line, as the extra point is up and good. 10-0 here at Vandegrift. Takes the lead, and Stony Point will have a chance to get this offense going when we come back. 2:36 to go in the first quarter. Back to Vandegrift.
They're here, Round Rock. Make sure you're rolling up to the big game in a ride that shines. At Club Car Wash, unlimited wash plans start at one low monthly price, so your car looks like a winner all season long. Plus, enjoy free microfiber towels and vacuums at every visit. Keeping your car game day ready is easier than ever. Sign up today at clubcarwash.com, because under the lights, a clean car always stands out.
2:36 to go. First quarter still underway here on this Friday Night Lights. Tyler Alsis, Jacoby Cavett with you here on Vype Live Network. 10-0 Vipers, and gotta say, it's really an offensive struggle for Stony Point. We'll see if they can turn that around. Defense has had to guard 2 short fields, less than 50 yards. And have only given up 1 touchdown, 1 field goal so far.
Yeah, just very tough position for this defense. But we're going to see what this offense can bring out. Got their nerves all out. This is a good team that they're going against. So sometimes nerves can get the better of you, and you just got to take a couple of drives before you get it right.
And we were talking about the atmosphere coming into this game. It's definitely a different atmosphere in just the feeling, the environment that you walk into. There's I won't say a lot more fans, but I guess looking down at it, there are a lot more fans on the Vandegrift side, at least. Stony Point did show out, though, on that far side. The band showing up as well. Vandegrift band to our right side. And so a much healthier crowd, let's say. A lot different environment just that you're walking into. It's always difficult going into a hostile environment this is something you're not familiar with, is the read option here up the middle to Milligan. He's stopped. They're going to give him a half a yard forward progress, but Vandegrift did come into this one with the 1-1 record, lost to Dripping Springs in the opener of the season. Not the way you want to start your repeat campaign, but they bounced back against Cedar Park, 35-14 last game. Stony Point coming into this one 2-0, defeating Johnson last week in a thriller that was 17-14 and looked to be going into overtime before a sack and a missed field goal that came up about a half yard short led them to 2-0. Going back to pass is Thompson. Had to go behind him and just missed him. Was Calbus. That's a tough break because he had some space in front of him.
Yeah, tough break. Restart. Let's get it back. Third down. Still got. It's not too bad, but got to definitely get something rolling on here.
And if you're a quarterback, you got to get the kind of the juices flowing. As an offensive coordinator, you kind of want to throw some, I won't say easy plays at him because no plays are easy when you're going up against state champs, but just some plays that they feel comfortable with. Some quick outs, some slants, some read options. Give them a decision to make and kind of let them settle into the game more. Calbus looking back, now nowhere to go, and gains a couple, so not officially a sack, but only a 2-yard pickup. Gavin Law, the sophomore, comes up with the tackle. So they did make positive yards. It'll be much better field possession pending the punt situation. We've seen Aurora Day have some really good ones and also have one blocked this year so far. So we'll see what can come of it here. Just missed opportunities in the passing game that time. So if things just connect in the passing game as well as the running game, we've seen some success so far. That's all it takes, but
yep, they just got to go out there and play.
Vandegrift's not going to give you too many opportunities. Another sidewinder kind of bounces at the 40, takes a healthy bounce and dove on it to avoid any more. Is the Vipers. Chilton will down that at the 35-yard line. So first drive for either side that starts on the right side of the field. We'll work that side of the turf a little bit. And Vandegrift not having really much of a challenge, I guess, in the way of their passing game. It's been a lot of short passes, a lot of RPOs that they've had their receivers kind of go 3 to 5 yards and take advantage of this cushion and just kind of work their way down the field. Had the big play on the ground for the touchdown last time out. And now we go up the middle and stopped right away. Tough to see number. I think that was Sam Brown, number 40. It was. Picks up about 3. About 35 seconds to go. They do have to run one more play as there's only 20 seconds left on the play clock, but that'll be all. Bunch formation up top. Tiadecki will hand this off to Brown. He gets through an arm tackle, but not the second and third tackles. Gain of about 2, but it will be 3rd and 5, and we'll step aside for the second quarter. We'll see if Vandegrift wants to run a play. Nope, their coaches are going to wave him over, so we'll step aside here from Ed Monroe Memorial Stadium. Vipers up 10-0, and we'll flip the fields to start the second quarter here on Vype. Coming back.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. In a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
Good evening, Stony Point Tiger fans. Chip here for my friends at Hewlett Volkswagen. By now, you know the great deals on new Volkswagens at Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. But did you know they also stock hundreds of pre-owned vehicles as well? Hundreds. If you find yourself with that first-time driver in your home and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, Hewlett Volkswagen wants to be your hometown dealer. Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown is a proud sponsor of Stony Point Tiger football. Come see us at I-35 in the Westinghouse exit or visit HewlettVW.com.
Back here to start the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock, and Vipers with 10 points on the board. Tyler Elsis, Jacoby Cabot with you here on Friday Night Football on Vype Live. Thank you for joining us. Tiadecki will fire a quick out route, pick up the first down. Again, they're just taking advantage of that space, and it's going to be Arnav Saji, the tight end, pick up the first down. It's kind of been those, I don't know if they're like speed outs or something. They're just kind of working, going towards the side, and they've been able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and it's so hard to defend the sideline. Those speed outs, they're just 1-2, and then they're already there. The ball's coming out. Very hard for these defenders to step down and make a tackle.
Tiadecki now looking for one-on-one coverage. His man's got a step, and what was that, caught? No, it was intercepted. Oh, my goodness.
And what a play indeed. I mean, great coverage. It looked like he had him beat. Then when the receiver got to slow down, just a great play right there. Pena with the interception.
Yeah, I was going to say Pena had about a step off the coverage, and it was Chilton there trying to make a play, and I thought the ball was going to be caught, but then you see Pena kind of spin out of there and hold the ball to the referee saying, I got it, and it will be Stony Point ball. So they'll take over at the 19. Incredible play. A little bit underthrown from Tiadecki, and that was all Pena needed to catch up with it. And I don't know if he ever got his head around to look at it. He kind of was facing the receiver the whole time and just came up with the ball.
That's all drills right there. I mean, you don't when you're beat, you don't worry about it. You just keep going.
Oh boy, Milligan still going forward. This is a intense run, and loss of about 5 there. Could have been much worse as Troyer had a tough time handling the snap.
And that got them some momentum. So hard run right there. Like you said, it could have been a lot less. He's staying on his feet, keeping them feet moving. Now they just got to get the ball moving. And I believe that they're going to do this on this drive right here. The momentum is on their side right now.
You don't get gifts many times like that, so when you get gifts, you got to take advantage of them. I had a team in my first couple years here on Vype. I'll save them the name, but they were 0-10 in the first year that I covered them, and they got so many gifts in their last few games that they just had so many opportunities that they were given, and they just couldn't take advantage of them. Now Stony Point need to do that here. Troyer down the field, hits a man in stride, sitting there down at the first down line, and that's Aurora Day. Picked up the first down, the first one of the game for the Tigers.
There you go, and he's just moving his feet. Quarterback getting warmed up now. Now we're about to see some plays right now. Very good pass, very good rollout. Find a man, look downfield, hit your target, and get the first down.
They're at the 34-yard line, and that's what you give defense something to think about when you can convert through the pass and the run game. You don't kind of force yourself into a one-dimensional box there as Troy converts that one, stays in the game. And look to be some movement. Let's see what they call. And umpire just talking to, it's going to be a false start. Umpire talking to the offensive line. Usually you see those stop beforehand. That was kind of about a second or two into the play. Not sure. I didn't see anyone go forward. It'll be 1st and 15, 9:43 to go. Clock's got to run here. Vipers 10-0 as Troyer shows off the moves. Can't get back to the line of scrimmage, though. They're going to give him maybe a half yard there. 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Very nice pull right there from him nonetheless. I mean, saw the defender going straight for the running back. Great pull right there. Yeah. Made someone miss. It just got it, one too many up there.
Yeah, he made the smarter of the two decisions that he had, but still, just looking at the replay at the scoreboard, didn't have much to go. The offensive line didn't have a ton of push up there, but Troyer found the most of it, and picked up a half yard, 2nd and 14 to go. Back to pass, pressure coming from the outside. He scrambles around it, now finds a man downfield. First down, Tigers. It's James near midfield. And another 15 or about 20-yard gain. Boy, the fancy footwork in the backfield, evading a rusher and then stepping up and finding James downfield. Heck of a play. And it's another first down for the Tigers.
And he's been doing this. It's not just a one-time thing. No, his pocket presence is really good, really good. And when you got a pocket presence like that, you're warmed up, you make plays happen. Stepped up, sidestepped, stepped up, delivered a dart down the field, and then picked up extra yards. That's what you want to see if you're this offensive coordinator.
James goes in motion. Split back, they pull it. Troyer will take it himself and just nowhere to go. Loss of about 3. As Vandegrift D-line kind of coming to life these last few run plays for Stony Point, and substitutions being made. And going back to the pass game, really as a coordinator, as a quarterback, you kind of work in tandem. And if you're a coordinator and you call plays and your quarterback goes out and executes them, that's kind of where the shoulders start to go down. You're not as tense anymore. You're kind of in your zone. That's kind of where the game starts to flow. And in the second quarter now, as he goes back to pass, throws under pressure, and flag comes out near side, but it will be a gain of about 6 as it stands. And Alex Freeman, the tight end, on the catch.
And yeah, like you stated, shoulders go down. You don't get to be as worried. And the thing is, they have 2 good quarterbacks. So that's even, one's having an off game, one's not warmed up enough. They can just sub in another one who does just as great. So that's the perks of having a 2 QB system.
Of course, we talked about, I think it was in that first game, we talked about the importance of the backup QBs was known, especially, it seems like the last couple seasons in the NFL is, we'll get the call here. It's going to be ineligible man downfield. On that, I'm not sure. We can't hear a number. Again, apologies for the lack of a crowd mic. The outlet in our room is not working, and we came up about 6 feet short to run a crowd mic outside. So unfortunately, it will just be our voices tonight. 7:30 to go. Second quarter, 2nd and 12 upcoming. Back to pass, and just nowhere to go. Sacked. Big loss, and he's going to be back at the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd and forever. It's not what you want after you had a couple first downs. See what they call here. 10 seconds on the play clock. We might get a timeout here from the Stony Point staff. No. Going to keep going. Snap with about 1 left, and Troyer fires underneath. It's a good chunk of yardage to get it back to midfield. Sean Bradley there on the catch. And it's going to put your punter, Aurora Day, in a lot more comfortable of a position. And we'll see what he can do. Get you some scores as well after the punt. Interesting here. We have a change of field position, and now it's Stony Point with kind of the upper hand in when it comes to field position. They're able to put Vandegrift in a tough spot. This one's a line drive, and this one might go to the end zone, and it does. 2 hops, and it's already there. So Aurora Day put a little extra heat on it. A couple scores. We've got Cedar Park up 15-0 against Huntsville. That one in the first quarter. Stony Point, as we mentioned, 10-0 here. 6:27 to go in the second quarter. Vista Ridge and Round Rock facing off. Round Rock with a 13-7 advantage so far. Bowie taking on Glenn, 7-0. That game also in the first quarter. As got some free shirts being thrown. I was wondering what was being thrown up. I thought I saw something fall. Nope, it was a shirt being thrown up to the crowd. 1st and 10 for Vandegrift. We've got Tiadecki and company coming back out after the interception last time. And big hit there. Gain of about 1. That's just a big hit. Again, solid tackling from this Stony Point team. That's going to be Pena, the man with the interception last time. Made the hit on Chase Phillips. Phillips with the size advantage there. Doesn't matter, says Joaquin Pena. 2nd and 8, under 6 minutes to go before the half. The 4th drive for this Viper team as Justin Moore picks up a few. 3rd and 5 upcoming. From about the 26-yard line, it's good opportunity. There's 5.5 minutes to go. You've got decent field position right now. If you get a stop on 3rd down, if you're Stony Point, you're going to get the ball back in decent field position. You've got enough time. You've got your 3 timeouts left. You can make this 10-7 or make it perhaps 10-3. Just kind of cut into this lead. But you got to get the 3rd down stop here. Chilton in motion. Tiadecki under pressure, throws it off 1 foot, and receiver turns it upfield and can't get away from the barrage. That was the D lineman downfield. I was trying to see who it was. Xavier Bello making the tackle near midfield after disengaging, but it's going to be a huge pickup over midfield and at the Stony Point 49. So another 3rd down conversion as we're at 4:45 now. Bunch formation to the near side. Tiadecki will hand it off to, this is Moore, and maybe a half yard. Nope, they're going to say a quarter of a yard. I don't know if I've seen it move that little, but they'll get things going here. 2nd and 9 as TJ Daniel will have to come out for a play, had his helmet pop off. Daniel and Bello, big man up front. Of course, Joshua Landry came in for relief of Daniel. As Tiadecki will take it out to the left side. It's going to be a holding penalty on the outside. Tiadecki will pick up a few, but this one's going to be coming back as a 2-point wrestling takedown was done by the left tackle. So as it stands, it'll be about 3rd and 6, but yeah, we'll move this back 10 yards. And they'll be at the 42 for, looks to be a second and about 18. Tiadecki will send a couple men in motion across the formation. And lefty fires back. Simple pass over the middle, missed tackle, and that's going to cost him. He's at the 20. Foot race and taken down at about the 10. They're going to say down. Ball popped out afterwards, but Brock Chilton should have been down for a 3rd down, but instead, we have referees conferring here. I've seen some Stony Point fans jumping around. I thought it was a clear down by contact, but the ball was rolling out afterwards, and we'll see what they come up with. It was Brock Sumter who chased him down, but again, brought him down, and the ball coming out shortly afterwards. Again, we couldn't see it. It was on the far sideline. And it will be Stony Point ball. My goodness, what a turn of fortune, as that was going to put them in red zone opportunity with under 4 minutes to go, and instead 3:48 to go. Stony Point gets the ball back with an opportunity of a lifetime.
And Pena there again making fast hands. Could have easily just let the ball roll out or do whatever, but no, he's trained to pick up the ball. He sees it on the ground. Very good of him. 2 great plays that he did right there. Chase down tackle. pretty much gave them the go-ahead for this offense to come out as we see a bobbled.
Yeah, Milligan didn't look too comfortable there. Haven't seen him. We had one run to the outside that looked promising, but a little bit of a bobbled snap there. The hand's just going a little too fast there. Tried to go through a defender as well. He's a power back, but not that powerful of a back, I guess, to run over a linebacker. 2nd and 10 now. 3:20 to go. Again, all 3 timeouts for the Stony Point offense. They've got trips up top. Haven't seen too much of Aiden Lloyden. Milligan will stay into pass block this time. This one across the middle. It's going to be Alex Freeman. And the tight end will pick up a nice chunk, make it 3rd and 1. It's a big 3rd down here. If you're Vandegrift too, you could call a timeout after this play as we approach the 2-minute timeout. And miscommunication there. We were hearing coaches right next to us saying Marcus needs to get off the line, otherwise it would have been a legal formation. And they call a timeout. 2:25 to go. You know, I don't hate that. You had some miscommunication. It's a big 3rd down. You still got 2 in your back pocket. 2:25 to go. Get everything settled. Try and pick up the 1st down.
There you go. It's smart. Got to move down the field. Got to make sure that these players are right. Not a bad call at all. Get a timeout. Get them off focus. Tell them to calm down and just play football. Go over what we do, practice in, day out.
And except for those first 2 drives, this has been a Stony Point offense that has looked not backing down from the challenge coming into the Vipers territory, and it's really been up to them. They've gotten 2 great turnovers as well, so the chances are there. They've just got to put some points on the scoreboard now.
There you go. Just got to execute your plays. They knew it was going to be hard coming in. Both defenses for this last game too, very good defenses. So you got to score when you can, like you stated earlier.
And right now, I think if the math is still right, we'll get to that afterwards. Milligan goes in motion. Calvis up the middle, picks up the 1st down easily before he stood up, a gain of about 6 there. And if you're the Stony Point defense, I know they're not on the field right now, but as it stands right now, they've had 50% of the quarters that they've played in, they've allowed 0 points from an offensive side. So that's pretty good if you can keep that going through week 3. That's a full half of a game that you're not allowing a single point.
And that's when their offense usually takes over games. Their defense holds them down, holds offenses to so little. It's just their offense, even though they make mistakes, they can pick back up, regroup, settle down, and just punch it in the end zone because of that defense.
2-minute timeout here. We'll take a step aside for a 30-second break here on Vype. Coming back.
Friday night lights are here, Round Rock. Make sure you're rolling up to the big game in a ride that shines. At Club Car Wash, unlimited wash plans start at one low monthly price, so your car looks like a winner all season long. Plus, enjoy free microfiber towels and vacuums at every visit. Keeping your car game day ready is easier than ever. Sign up today at clubcarwash.com, because under the lights, a clean car always stands out.
2 minutes left here in the first half. 10-0 our score. Vipers with the field goal, their first drive, touchdown by Justin Moore. Their second timeout have been held scoreless in this second period. 2 costly turnovers for them. It's been the Stony Point defense show in this second quarter. Offense just failing to capitalize, but they've got 75 yards in 2 minutes and 2 timeouts to prove otherwise. Break that 0 on the scoreboard. Calbus now firing deep, has Rhymes in the middle. Boy, a big hit right past midfield. Rhymes was looking for the man at first, brought his head back around to the ball, and I thought he was going to make the catch instead. The big hit jars it loose. That ball just hung up in the air.
Yeah, we saw him. He was looking around, making sure that he was protected. Thought he had some time. Just when you get a hit like that, sometimes it's hard to hang on to that ball. Great awareness of him though, and they're trying to go for some long passes here, make up for the time. But they still have 2 timeouts, so they don't have to be in too much of a rush. But you got to move down the field too.
Yeah, it's the second play we've seen them try to go down the middle of the field, taking the seam route. Milligan's going to stretch this one to the right. He picks up a nice chunk of yards, lowers his pads, and gets another yard and a half. Did I say out of bounds? I think they are. Out of bounds for a gain of about 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4 here. Minute 48 left to go as this Vandegrift crowd starts to sense it, tries to bolster their defense with some noise here. Ball at the 31. Calbus looking left, fires left, ball's tipped at the line and nearly intercepted. That one fell to the ground. Tipped by Jake Venuto.
Looking for Rhymes there on that pass.
He had a couple guys out, just didn't have much movement afterwards. He instead threw it up. That was batted down. 1:42 to go, and the clock's going to stop here. So Vandegrift, who has 2 timeouts left, has an opportunity to extend their lead. They've got Chilton down at their 30-yard line. Rory Day gets a couple steps into this one. Not a great punt, but boy, the distance goes. And I don't know if that one got maybe 3 feet off the ground, but it still made its way past the 40-yard line, just made its way through the hole of players, and kind of fortunate that it didn't stop earlier.
Yeah, it was rolling there. Not a very good punt, but it's okay. It did what it had to do, and now the defense is back out here trying to make another stop.
And again, this has been the defense show in the second quarter. Haven't allowed a point, 2 turnovers as well. And we'll see what Vandegrift comes out, how aggressive they want to be. At the 37-yard line, 2 timeouts, minute 35. Tiadecki will pick up the low snap. Quick out route, a little bit behind, but receiver makes a adjustment and picks up the first down. That'll stop the clock. That's Thomas Belcher. And we got a man down for Stony Point. That's going to be Pena. That's a tough blow if he's not able to continue. Minute 28, we'll step aside for 30.
Good evening, Stony Point Tiger fans. Chip here for my friends at Hewlett Volkswagen. By now, you know the great deals on new Volkswagens at Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. But did you know they also stock hundreds of pre-owned vehicles as well? Hundreds. If you find yourself with that first-time driver in your home and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, Hewlett Volkswagen wants to be your hometown dealer. Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown is a proud sponsor of Stony Point Tiger football. Come see us at I-35 in the Westinghouse exit or visit HewlettVW.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
Pena walking gingerly to the sideline with the aid of some trainers. Hopefully he's able to continue. It will be 1st and 10 from the 49. Quick out route is Belcher again. And the senior is able to make another first down, getting it to the 39-yard line. As again, clock's going to stop here. Minute 13 to go. Clock runs, and so quick as they get an out route there. Not as successful, about 4 yards. Chase Phillips has a timeout here. Chase Phillips on the reception. Timeout by Vandegrift, their second of the half. 1:01 left. Perhaps getting a fresh set of plays under their belt.
There you go. Trying to play that sideline. A lot of passes been to the sideline, trying to get out of bounds, save their timeouts. But they're all right. I feel they'll be okay. Let's see if get this defense a break too. So
they've been going so quick on that tempo. It's kind of hard as a defensive line, especially to kind of reset, regroup, get the new play in, and then go. So quick is the offense. It just, let alone the fatigue factor, you got to know your assignments. Get the play in fast enough. So Vipers come out 2nd and 7 from the Tiger 39. Minute and 1 second left. Stony Point with 2 timeouts. Vipers with 1. Trying to expand that lead. Tiadecki sends a man in motion. Looking back, under pressure, having to roll out right. Directing traffic and just out of the reach. Trying to find another sideline receiver. Incomplete pass, 54 seconds left. That'll stop the clock still, but a 3rd down for Vandegrift. Definitely in kind of no man's land. I would expect they go for it if they don't get it here. If it's an incomplete pass or they gain just a couple yards.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm expecting. Let's see if this defense can just hold up just a little bit, play through this quarter, and then regroup.
Tiadecki with trips down low. They bring pressure. They go one-on-one to Belcher, and just out of the reach. He had his head turned the wrong way. And Sumter was in coverage. That's going to be a 4th down, and like we predicted, offense staying on the field. 48.8 seconds left. Vipers with that 10-point lead.
And defense just got to play smart. Know the sticks, know where they're going to go. They're going to look deep. Very good coverage right there. Not turning his head, just playing that hip. Sees him, hands up. Great defensive play right there.
Same formation, Tiadecki. Looking to the sidelines for instructions. Now in the shotgun formation. Looking left, fires left. Pass up too high, and that's turnover on downs. Great coverage there from Jaden Gamble. Didn't gamble, and the pass was just over the head. It's going to be a turnover on down. Another prime opportunity for Stony Point. You've got about 65 yards to go, 2 timeouts, and 44 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Got to take some shots right here. I mean, defense is just playing. They're in and out, playing, trying to get this offense in some spark. So let's see what they can do right now.
Handoff to Milligan, trying the left side. Aiming for the out-of-bounds line, just a few yards away at the 40. Stony Point trying to go tempo here. Under 30 seconds to go. And just taking a lot of time off as we're at 20 seconds now. I think they're going to be quite content to go into the locker room with the 10-point deficit. They don't have to run another play. The play clock did reset, and it's not moving. I'm not sure why. Milligan will try the other way and get it past midfield. We'll stop the clock with 1.2, but I think that's how we'll go to the half. Stony Point down 10-0, but definitely have had some opportunities from their offense, or provided by their defense. Their offense just hasn't been able to capitalize. But a 10-point deficit to the defending state champions isn't too bad of a look when you zoom out and kind of look at the bigger picture. We'll come back and let the bands do their thing. We'll step aside. Stony Point Stony Point down 10-0 at the break when we come back.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestacygroup.com today to learn more.
Back for a play. Boy, I'm not sure why we're back for a play, as there was no timeout taken off the scoreboard. The scoreboard operator didn't know why we stopped, but we have one play to James that goes to the 30-yard line, and now we go to the halftime. Back in 28 minutes here on Vype.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestaceygroup.com today to learn more.
Good evening, Stony Point Tiger fans. Chip here for my friends at Hewlett Volkswagen. By now, you know the great deals on new Volkswagens at Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. But did you know they also stock hundreds of pre-owned vehicles as well? Hundreds. If you find yourself with that first-time driver in your home and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, Hewlett Volkswagen wants to be your hometown dealer. Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown is a proud sponsor of Stony Point Tiger football. Come see us at I-35 in the Westinghouse exit or visit HewlettVW.com.
Ally Medical ER is proud to support the Stony Point Tigers this season. Open 24/7, Ally Medical is a full-service emergency room located just 5 minutes from Stony Point High School. With on-site labs, ultrasound, CT scan, and x-rays, their board-certified physicians deliver fast answers and compassionate expert care. Ally Medical ER wishes the Stony Point football team and fans a safe and exciting year. Go Tigers!
Back here to start things off, we just had a homecoming coronation at halftime. I thought it was a little bit early to break out the homecoming celebrations, homecoming week. At least, it always. I'm from South Dakota, so it always felt like there was a chill in the air. There was like that football weather in the air, so it's too hot for homecoming. I don't know why I'm conflating or getting the weather mixed to homecoming, but congratulations to the Vandegrift students elected homecoming king and queen, and we will start the second half. Stony Point's down 10-0, but honestly, it could be a heck of a lot worse. Their defense has really been stepping up, bailing them out. That second quarter was all defense. They had the 2 turnovers and just couldn't get anything to go offensively. But hopefully they're able to kind of dig in their heels defensively, and defense can bring them some points as well. This game is not over by any means. It's still a long a few plays to be made.
Yeah, exactly what you said. I mean, it's 10-0, nothing to worry about. Not a blowout yet. You just got to go out there, play your assignments, and play ball. Defense, like you said, been doing good all game, all season so far. We know they're going to make plays. It's just for their offense to step it up. And I'm pretty sure these coaches talk to them, get their mindset right, and saying we're in this. I mean, this Vipers team went all the way last year, and they're still here. So
exactly, and you can look at the scoreboard all you want. If you're a coach, I would suggest that you tell your team you don't want to look at the scoreboard. It's 10-0 on the scoreboard, but really, it's so much more than a scoreboard. I mean, you have the momentum on the field. You have that can shift with each, change of possession, each turnover, each big third down, a fourth down stop that Stony Point had. So really, you have the 2 turnovers plus the turnover on downs. So there's so much momentum that can be built from this defense that can translate into points, that can translate into big plays, and we'll see if that turns into points on the scoreboard. Unfortunately, that's how the games are scored. You can't score a game based on momentum, but we'll see if Stony Point can break the 0 on the scoreboard. Tyler White going to kick things off to start the second half. And this one will be taken at the 8-yard line. Chilton will try this near sideline and head out at about the 32-yard line. Chilton, a scholarship receiver to the Air Force Academy. Listed as an athlete. They also have Tiadeki, who is committed to Kansas State as a 3-star recruit.
It's a lot of big-time players on this team. I mean, and that's just what you want to see in any teams. Congratulations to any team who has these athletes. They're assets all the time.
A lot of returners from that team last year. Tiadeki will step and fire. This is Belcher. Makes a man miss, and shifty footwork there. Just tosses the DB to the side, and that'll be a first down. Trying to look for Pena. He went out with an injury in that first half. I don't see a number 3, unfortunately, on the field. So I'll let you know if we spot him on the field. Had the big interception in the first half. Tiadeki hands it off to Moore. Moore gains more and might get called back. He's close to the first down line as a flag came out behind the play. Justin Moore, the senior running back, has the 1 touchdown. Holding, I believe, on Vandegrift. Yes, it was. So they'll mark him back 10 and replay the down.
And giving the defense a break right there. Now the defense can regroup and figure out what they need to get done.
Tiadeki, quick out. Just not looked in. Tried to go for one hand. I think that was Phillips. It was Chase Phillips. He's got a late eye to it and stuck out a hand. Not enough. 2nd and 20. 11:35 to go in this third quarter. Empty backfield. They'll shift more as they've done so far. RPO. Tiadecki looking left, now running right. Makes a man miss. Picks up close to the first down. Boy, if he would have stayed on his feet, I think he would have picked it up. But instead, they mark it where he starts the slide. And he'll be about 4 or 5 yards short. Obviously not wanting to take the hit, but now you're short of a first down.
Definitely. And, you know, both of the team's quarterbacks are very poised in this pocket, stepping up, making plays happen.
First time Tiadecki's run tonight, I believe, inside 11 minutes. And this one picking up the first down, just about a half yard. Again, those quick passes, quick completions out, just taking advantage of the cushion these DBs are given.
Yeah, and this team looks like they like a lot of this quick pass game anyway. I mean, we've been seeing it all game. Very 1-2, got to be out your hand before 3 type of quarterback here. So,
and it worked for Belcher, who had a broken tackle. They had a big play, broken tackle before. I believe it was Sumter that chased him down and forced a fumble in the second quarter. Now the pitch out to this right side. Couple Tigers waiting for him, and it is Dillon. Only limiting the running back to a gain of about 1, they say officially. So 2nd and 9, inside 10 minutes to go here. First drive for either side in the second half. Vipers trying to extend the lead. As that first half, they had some extended drives, but it ended with turnovers or turnover on downs. Moore spun down.
Got to the running back pretty quick that play.
I think that was Joshua Landry. We'll now take a breather, and Xavier Bello will come back in. Bello, Landry, and Daniel have really been a force inside that D-tackle position, stopping the run all season long. 3rd and 7. Tiadecki fires. He's got one-on-one coverage. Belcher trying to stick out the hand and nothing doing. Coverage by Jaden Gamble. Brings up 4th down. Kind of in no man's land again. They were stopped at the end of the second quarter. Let's see if Stony Point can stand up again. Interesting play call. It's a bit longer of a 4th down conversion. Now they're making substitutions here. 15 seconds on the play clock. Now Tiadecki and company will settle down. And Tiadecki will do a little pooch punt, take a couple steps back, and fire this one inside the 5. And it'll settle at the 2-yard line. Took out the pitching wedge and chipped it down, and Stony Point will have 98 yards to go. 10-0 our score. Vipers with the punt to start off the second half. We'll step aside for 30 seconds, come back to Monroe Stadium after a quick break.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
So we just took a note. This is a very quick change of possession. These referees are not playing around. We had a little bit of a, lackadaisical referees last week, taking some sweet time to change possession. Not this week. We are quick and ready to go. So we'll avoid any change possession timeouts or commercial breaks in the future. Calbus under pressure. And quick out will pick up about 3 after the first down run. And inside 8 minutes to go now. We have big third down opportunity for Vandegrift if they can stand strong here. They had the first drive not go as they would like, but playing the field possession game, never a bad thing to win the field possession. And in trouble here, Calbus still under pressure, throws it forward, finds Milligan, who stumbles. Turf Monster got him. Boy, that is the most chest heart-stopping 1-yard gain I think we've had this season.
And he didn't give up on that play. I mean, it looked like when he was going down, he was looking, do I throw it away? What do I do? No, breaks the tackle, looks upfield, does a Pat Mahomes-like play.
That shovel pass.
There you go.
Down, yeah. Unfortunately, Travis Kelce was not the recipient, so it was Milligan who was just tripped up. And Aurora Day will have the ball in the end zone. They bring pressure, and not a great punt. Boy, this one went straight out of bounds. Vandegrift, a couple players saying they tipped it, and this one went out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. They're going to say actually at the 21-yard line. Now, Vandegrift coach was visibly upset. I'm not sure at what. But a couple referees down on the sidelines just explaining some things. I'm not sure what he's arguing about. Vandegrift will take over at the 20-yard line. So a wise decision there to punt. Now they get the ball back closer and inside the red zone. Moore picked up about 5 there. And again, if you're an offense for Stony Point, you got to give your defense an opportunity to catch their breath too. These 3 and outs, as they keep building up, you're still going to have a tired defense out there.
Yeah, like we've been saying all game, this defense been bailing them out. They just need a little breather, putting them in tough spots, but they keep on finding a way to just make it happen.
Moore now finds a spot outside instead of trying the inside. Picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9. Or about 9.5. So can they have a bend, don't break? We'll step aside as a player is down on the ground. Come back after a quick timeout.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestacygroup.com today to learn more.
So it was actually 2 players that were down on the ground. TJ Daniel for the Tigers and Justin Moore, the running back, down for the Vipers. Both players kind of limping off, being helped to the sideline by trainers, so not a great look for either side. Again, Joaquin Pena has been out for the Vipers. And now this is Sam Brown, bigger running back, goes straight up the middle for a gain of about 4 or 5. I'll mark him down at about the 3.5-yard line. Second and goal here. Inside 6 minutes. Vipers up by 10, trying to extend the lead. They've had a lot of opportunities to do so and just have been stymied by this Tiger defense. Brown up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown Vipers, and they expand the leads to 16-0. with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Brown coming in for the injured Justin Moore there the last couple plays and finishes it off. Wiley Olson in to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. 17-0 Vipers. Stony Point needing to find some answers on offense as they will come out for their second drive in this second half. Back to Monroe Stadium after a quick break.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. In a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
Back here to Monroe Stadium, Tyler Alsas and Jacoby Cavett with you on this call of Friday night lights. Under the lights here at Monroe Stadium. But still toasty in the air. Bit of a, I won't say heat wave. We're always in a heat wave, it seems like, until Halloween. But still in the mid-90s during the day and nice and toasty here at night. Got a couple of alerts from some friends back home in the Midwest where they had to cover up their plants because it was getting down to freezing range. No snow yet, but honestly, it would not shock me this time of year up there.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you that Texas weather is very, very different.
Very different. Big hit on the return. Thompson gets back to about the 20-yard line. Can't say I miss it, though. I would much rather have the 100 degrees than the negative 20 when you get into February.
That's always tough.
My last winter I experienced there, it got down to a feels like of negative 60. And definitely do not want to experience that ever again.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
I'll take the triple digits and the occasional power outage and ice storm here. Keeps the survival instincts alive.
There you go.
1st and 10 here from the 20-yard line. Milligan on the RPO. Looking to bounce it out and now cuts up field. Gains a few there. Good decision there from Marcus Milligan, who started off the season with a bang. 4 touchdowns against Eastview. And it was Lloyden taking the reins last week against Johnson. 15 carries for 106 and a touchdown.
Yeah, so dual running back system. They have a lot of systems that works here. So if one thing doesn't work, they can just go to another and keep it bouncing.
A lot of flexibility there. Haven't seen too much of Lloyden tonight. I think he had maybe the first or second run of the game. Haven't seen too much from him since. Milligan now trying the left side, cutting it upfield, picks up the first down and a couple yards more. He's going to be out past the 30 to the 33-yard line. Nice looking first down there. Again, they've shown glimpses of getting the run game or the pass game. They just haven't been able to get it consecutively on one single drive, and they've just been stuck with a 0 all night.
Yeah, and they just, like you stated, they just haven't been able to connect all the dots all the way, but we're going to see if they can do it this drive.
Milligan runs into a wall there. Boy, and tossed backwards. Hugo Vasquez with the contact there, loss of about 5, or rather 4. 2nd and 14 upcoming, inside 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Game by no means out of reach for the Tigers. We saw last week against Johnson, they were about to go down it was 10-0. They were looked to be going down 16-0 as Troyer will fire and hit as he throws. A lot of contact there, but bring up third down. They were looking to go down, almost looking to go down. It was 10-0. They had the end of the half coming up, and then the tip and interception returned 90-plus yards. Brings it to 10-7.
Yeah, and like you stated, it's definitely not over by any means. Definitely got to start making some dots. Definitely got to start taking some risk. But it's not over. You got to have that will and mentality that you're going to come back from this. It's just a nice side step.
Troyer. An incomplete pass that hit at the last second. I think Aurora Day was the intended receiver. It was. And Aurora Day will go back to do punting duties. He's been back there a lot tonight, needing to have a solid one here. He's been less than stellar tonight. Had one that went on the ground or just kind of buzzed the ground. Did get the distance on it. Last time they had a shank or possibly a tip. And now play clock. Under 5. This is White actually on the punting duties and now gets it away. Not a clean one by any means and definitely getting some distance there. Boy, just a lot of confusion. We've got the Stony Point coaches to our right saying, what are they waiting for? The clock was getting under 10 seconds and they were still in the huddle, so you had to kind of speed them up there. And it was Tyler White there on the kickoff or the punting duties. Aurora Day taken out, and Vipers will start the 39-yard line.
And defense back out, see what they can do. They've been doing great all game. It just got to connect the dots on offense.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a rest. The offense got a first down to give some extra rest. But, again, this punch after punch, and Tiadecki and company just happy to oblige. They haven't had too much of a stop except on some turnovers, an interception, and a fumble as this one picks up about 4. Haven't had the big plays on offense, Vipers, but have definitely been no stranger to the 4 or 5 yard pickup or throwing it out to the receivers in space. I want to make a note that was Justin Moore on the run, so he came back from injury there. And I think I see TJ Daniel in there as well, both of them shaken up on the same plays. This is Phillips for the Vipers, picks up the first down. And yes, it is TJ Daniel in. Now being subbed out. Talented sophomore defensive lineman putting in a solid shift tonight here.
Yeah, this defense have so many solid players on their team. They can make it happen.
Tiadecki fires, quick out, kind of the sidearm action to get it around the defensive end. And Phillips, again, just that 4 or 5 yards. They're quite content with 4 or 5 yards at any down.
Yeah, and that's what helps them move the ball down. Quick passes, hope that their receivers can turn up. And it's hard to defend. I mean, on a dime, thinking that they're going to go deeper than they are, then boom, they just sit right there. And then you know the ball's coming pretty good. Pretty good arm on this kid, so it just makes it hard for this defense.
Now the run. This is Brown. Picks up about 4. Now 3rd and 3 or so. Interesting decision here. Again, those 3rd and mediums are, especially in no man's land, we've had a few of them tonight. And some substitutions for Vandegrift, trying to get the right personnel in there. Play clock at 15. Now they get the right group on there. Brown in the backfield. Tiadecki fires out. Now this one just thrown out. Belcher, the intended target, but that one well out of bounds. Kind of a busted play there from the start. 4th and 4.
Yeah, seeing the receivers on this side who is attended to, the closest to the ball, he was kind of stopping, like, what's going on? So, broken play. defense catching a break, which you don't get too many of that going against a team of this caliber. So
Yeah, they definitely forced a few and just haven't been able to convert offensively. So that's where the special teams comes in. If it's extremely hard to score on defense and on special teams, but when your offense isn't scoring, maybe they can step up, force a punt. Oh, that was nearly blocked. Rhymes will not get the opportunity and lets this one go wisely. Boy, that one rolled right into the end zone past a couple Vipers, and they get bailed out. Stony Point not having to start inside the 5 again. So again, it's another 1st and 10 for the offense. You got 41 seconds left to go. You're down 3 possessions. Can you just get 7? Can you just get 3? Get close enough, potentially?
yeah, and that's what they need right now. They just need something right there to say that we're still in this. Can't give up too many drives. Momentum's kind of low. And like you stated earlier, momentum doesn't put nothing on the scoreboard, but it helps a little bit. It helps them get some belief in and keep on playing hard. You got to play hard.
Yeah, if not for this week, play for next week. Put some things on tape. Show the coaches you mean business. As Calbus, boy, ankle tackle. He has some space, but taken down after a gain of about 5. Under 30, they don't have to run another play to get to the end of the quarter. But it looks like they will. Stony Point has rarely had a drive tonight with more than 2 or 3 first downs. Milligan has some space on the outside, and boy, solid hit. That was Griffith Gorbeek. Stopped Milligan in his tracks, and that's not an easy task to do.
Yeah, definitely not easy at all. I mean, great tackle right there as we go into the 4th quarter.
17-0 Vipers with the lead here at Monroe Stadium. Tigers trying to answer back here on offense when we come back for the 4th and final quarter here on Vype. Stay tuned.
Good evening, Stony Point Tiger fans. Chip here from my friends at Hewlett Volkswagen. By now, you know the great deals on new Volkswagens at Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. But did you know they also stock hundreds of pre-owned vehicles as well? Hundreds. If you find yourself with that first-time driver in your home and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, Hewlett Volkswagen wants to be your hometown dealer. Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown is a proud sponsor of Stony Point Tiger football. Come see us at I-35 in the Westinghouse exit or visit hewlettvw.com.
Flipping the field, put another 12 minutes on the scoreboard. Final 12 in this district opener for both of these teams. Vandegrift losing the first one first game of the season, that is, against Dripping Springs, and defeating Cedar Park last week 35-14. This is Stony Point's toughest game on the schedule thus far. Came into this one 2-0 after defeating Johnson 17-14 when Milligan stopped in the backfield. Loss of about 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. Another punting situation here. White going to stay with this punt team. And he lines up at about his own 11-yard line. Chilton, the returner. Good punt there. Fair catch signaled by Chilton, and he will bring it in at the 49-yard line. Solid field position again for the Vipers, who again have had a solid offensive night, but only 17 points to show for it. I say only 17 because they've had 2 turnovers as well as a turnover on downs towards the end of the first half, and this could be a lot worse.
Yeah, exactly. It could be worse. Defense just playing their hearts out. You know, I just can't get enough but to brag about this defense. I mean, very great defense.
They've been absorbing a lot of punches tonight. This is Brown trying to deliver some punches with the shoulder pads, and head down, goes forward for about 3. So I mentioned Justin Moore did go out with an injury. Hasn't been back at running back for too many plays since then, but has been in the game, currently standing on the sidelines. Second and 7 from the 47. Brown off the right side, and again another 3-4 yards. Brings up 3rd and short. I want to remind you guys that Stony Point will take on Vista Ridge in game number 2 of district play. That one next week on Thursday, another Thursday night game, the last Thursday game of the season. We will be at 7 p.m. as well. That game's going to be at Stony Point. Tiadecki comes under center, and Brown will pick up another first down. Not too often you see the jumbo formation near midfield. Got an extra lineman in there. Got the quarterback under center.
Yeah, they're not too often do you see it at all, especially not on this level. I mean, if they're a run-heavy team, option-heavy team, maybe, but for this type of team, no, not at all.
Yeah, Tiadecki's been primarily in the shotgun, which he is here. Brown behind him, and they're just going to keep pounding the ball. Brown will fall forward for about 5 yards, and Tiadecki doesn't have to do much when his offensive line's getting some push. And again, this is a D line that has been absorbing a lot of body blows, and they're going to come to roost here eventually.
Yeah, exactly. They've been on the field a lot, so it's normal when the defense is on the field for a minute. They're gonna get tired.
Under 9 minutes to go. Had a couple drives to start off that third quarter, and those 2 drives took a large chunk out. Brown again hit in the backfield, but picks up about 1 or 2. Again, just keeps those legs churning. Gets close to a first down. 3rd and 2 officially.
Boy, they're making it happen on the ground.
And all you need is a couple yards of, maybe even a half a yard of push from this offensive line, and Brown seems to be doing the rest. Third and 2, Tiadecki will hand off to Brown and finds a hole. Picks up about 5. Moves the sticks, and he is going to be down at about the 26-yard line. Both these teams' next games actually are going to be against against Vista Ridge. Vandegrift will take on Vista Ridge at Vista Ridge after their bye week. Next week, they'll take on Vista Ridge at Vista Ridge on the 26th. Again, Stony Point playing at home. Brown with 1 man to beat, and that 1 man takes him down after a first down. Again, Stony Point will play at home against Vista Ridge on Thursday next week at 7 p.m. Getting into district play, each game matters a little bit more, especially when it comes to the end of the season, getting around Halloween time, the first week of November. That's when playoff picture starts to take shape. Each game more important than the last.
Yeah, definitely. Games like when you have your beginning games, you want to make all your mistakes that you can and fix it up in district, definitely postseason.
Yeah, if you're Vandegrift, you lost 41-14 to start things off. So definitely made some adjustments last week, defeating a solid Cedar Park team. So not an easy non-district schedule. Not an easy non-district schedule for Stony Point, though, coming in 2-0, taking on an Eastview team and as well as a Johnson team that put up a fight. Just came up a half a yard short on the field goal attempt to tie things up. And when you had an offense that's kind of going backwards as we look to take a timeout for Vandegrift. 6:26, they've kind of been milking the clock. They got a 1st and 10 at the 16 when we come back.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas?
.626 to go here. 1st and 10 for the Vipers from they moved it forward about a half yard officially from the 15 now. Tiadecki under center, just the 2 wide receivers. And Dillon with the stop there. No gain on the play. Clock's going to continue to run. Next play will be under 6 minutes as Vandegrift has just dominated the time of possession in this second half. That first drive that led to a turnover on downs was actually longer than the one that had a touchdown at the end of it, just given the field position. Brown and Tiadecki now is going to throw this one in just over the hands of the outstretched defender. Boy, that was impressive ball placement. Phillips able to keep concentration, pick up the 1st down inside the 5. Tough to see who the linebacker was that had his hands up, but I thought he was going to get at least a fingernail on that.
Yeah, he got up there just a hair off, just a fingernail off, like you said.
That's when you got to put your lifts in your shoes and just make yourself a little bit taller.
There you go, just a little bit.
Work on some calf raises, get a couple inches on the vertical. Brown, or it's Tiadecki trying the back shoulder fade, and he was aiming for Belcher. Again, Belcher's been the target of some deep balls, and now the back shoulder fade and just getting kind of turned around there. Had to flip his hips mid-route. Just didn't look comfortable. Stops the clock at 5:07, 2nd and goal from the 4. Vipers already with a 3-possession lead. And Tiadecki drops the ball, but it is recovered. And Stony Point will be credited with the sack. Loss of about 5. 3rd and goal from the 9. Chilton comes in. He's got one-on-one coverage on the near side. Just some movement around. Play clock at 5. Of course, they'll take it down as low as they can. And actually going to take a timeout. Their 2nd of the half. Trying to add to their lead, already up 17-0. We'll take a quick break and come back.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestaceygroup.com today to learn more.
Third and goal from the 7. 4:23 to go in this fourth quarter. Vandegrift trying to extend the lead. Tiadecki rolls away. Now is going to take it and finds the corner, a la Vince Young, and takes it in with a touchdown. 23-0. Vipers chewing up a lot of clock. I think they had that the entire fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken, or most of the fourth quarter. They've just been dominating the time of possession. It showed there on that last drive. Just 3 yards, 4 yards, running the ball.
Yeah, exactly. When you can run the ball like that, you dominate the clock. So
it's just demoralizing if you're a D-line, if you're a linebacker trying to tackle these running backs every time because they're getting to the second level. Just kind of wears on you.
yeah, it definitely does. But that's the running game. When the running game is good like that, it just makes the defense tired.
Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming games. Again, we mentioned Vista Ridge on the schedule for both of these schools. Vista Ridge currently in a game against Round Rock, down 26-24 against Round Rock. That game currently in action. Vista Ridge also 2-0. Their games against Killeen and Bowie. So not the best tape that you have to watch if you're the Stony Point offense. It's kind of gone downhill the last 3 weeks. You started out with 42 points, and you had 17 last week. Kind of took a while to get started. And now with 0 here against a stout Vandegrift team. See if you can build on some positive plays as Thompson stumbles forward at the 20. Flag does come out. At the end, this might be in the area of holding. If I had to guess. And now we're going to get the call. Half the distance to the goal on the holding call. I'll back them up inside the 10. Again, the offense hasn't been helped out in the field possession or field position of the game. It's been a lot of special teams, success for Vandegrift, and then Stony Point hasn't really helped their defense either with a couple of errant punts.
Yeah, this offense has been back against the wall this whole game, so it does make it hard.
Nearly had a safety on a drive as Milligan tried the left side, just can't turn it upfield. Gains 1 yard. So under 4 minutes to go, Stony Point just looking content to try and put some drives together. Again, this is kind of where your game's well out of reach, but you want to put some things on tape. You want to, as an offense, as an offensive unit, coordinator included, kind of know what's working, what's not, kind of what things to practice and what things to prep for next week.
Yeah, exactly. You want to finish off strong. You don't want to just give in. You still got to play. You still got some time on that board to put something on the scoreboard. So just play hard, give some momentum in going for next week, see what works, see what doesn't work. Defensively, I loved it. Defensively, they played a great game. Just gets a little tiring, but they still played a great game. Good stops early on.
And I think that's the one big thing is you can't say this is on the defense. I mean, they gave up 24 points, but they were dealt a few tough hands with field position. And as Milligan tries the right side and spun backwards before going backwards, and we're going to give him forward progress, but that forward progress is going to be back at the original line of scrimmage at the 8-yard line. So 4th and 10 there. That'll bring out Tyler White for the punting. Again, I haven't seen too much of Aiden Lloyd this evening.
Yeah, not too much from him. Probably got a couple of personnel working with him after this game, but there's not. This running back he stays on his feet. It's just D-line. It's getting back there too fast.
And sometimes it's smarter to go down, I would say. Sometimes I think a coach would just rather have you go down instead of trying to adjust field and just kind of make something out of nothing, because sometimes nothing's all right.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, nothing's all right sometimes.
We're at the 2-minute timeout here. That's why the teams have gone to the sidelines. But, yeah, I mean, you have seen kind of examples of the opposite where, I think it was Troyer who was going in the backfield and was kind of like down inside the 5 and then runs back inside of the end zone and flips it out to Milligan to pick up that yard. That's an example of never letting up on a play, but yeah, right there for Milligan on the run, it's just an example of just it's all right to go down.
Yeah, there you go. It's nothing wrong with it.
Also avoid some extra contact, extra hits. Always good. So now Tyler White's gonna stand in the middle of the eye, take the high snap, and this one might have been tipped again. This one heads to the sideline. No Vandegrift cheering, but it was James Mulcahy that looked to get real close to White, and it'll be 1st and 10 again. Real estate definitely in favor of Vandegrift. Inside 2 minutes now. Got some substitutions in. This is Lawson Lombard, another senior quarterback. Handing off to number 26, Henry Rennell. Another senior on this Viper squad. So 2nd and 8 after that. A couple more plays and that will finish this one off. 24-0 our score.
And just got to finish strong, just play strong, end it out on a high note.
And of note, I still don't see Joaquin Pena, so hopefully the injury that he sustained as he walked off the field a little gingerly, an upper body injury it looked like, but had some help from the trainers walking off, and hopefully he can continue next week against Vista Ridge. Again, that game is on the 18th. That's a Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and he looks like he's standing pretty good over there on the sideline. So, like you stated, hopefully he comes back fully rested, fully loaded to play. Big help on that for that defense.
Had an interception on it, a couple solid tackles, and
picked up the fumble. Yeah.
Yep. 3rd down, and it's victory formation. And thought that was going to be the last play. We get some extracurriculars. Unnecessary roughness, most likely, I think. There was a defensive lineman. Got a little carried away. And Vandegrift coach just bringing his team to the sidelines. I think that will do it. The clock is going to continue to run after the flag, so they don't need to run another play. But referees are going to kind of take their sweet time and mark it off. Again, Stony Point is lining up on defense, and Vandegrift is about 4 steps ahead of everybody and just wanted to go to the handshake line. And now Stony Point will start as well. So that'll do it here from Monroe Stadium. 24-0 our score. Stony Point having a tough one here in their district opener. Couldn't make it happen against the defending state champions, and that will do it here. Tyler Alsis and Jacoby Cabot with you on the call here this Friday Night Lights. Thank you for staying with us through our no crowd audio. I promise we will have crowd mics. We'll be at the safe confines of the Stony Point venue, and we'll be back and better than ever with the sound of the crowd there back at home. 24-0 again, the final. Next week's game's on Thursday at 7 o'clock against Vista Ridge. Hoping to see you there. If you can't be there, we'll be there and broadcasting live here on Vype. Thank you and have a good night.
Looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the realtors at the Stacey Group, located in the heart of Sun City. The Stacey Group specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. As the top producing real estate office for more than 25 years, the Stacey Group will put their Sun City knowledge to work for you. Visit thestacygroup.com today to learn more.
Howdy, y'all. It's the day tripper Chet Garner here for my friends at Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick. And thank you for tuning into some great Stony Point football. Now, I know you're aware of the great deals on brand new vehicles at Don Hewlett in Georgetown. But did you know Don Hewlett carries hundreds of pre-owned vehicles too? So if you have a first-time driver in your home, like I do, and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, check out Don Hewlett. Stop by today or visit online at donhewlett.com, and let's go Tigers. Howdy, y'all. It's the day tripper Chet Garner here for my friends at Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick. And thank you for tuning into some great Stony Point football. Now, I know you're aware of the great deals on brand new vehicles at Don Hewlett in Georgetown. But did you know Don Hewlett carries hundreds of pre-owned vehicles too? So if you have a first-time driver in your home, like I do, and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, check out Don Hewlett. Stop by today or visit online at donhewlett.com, and let's go Tigers.
Ally Medical ER is proud to support the Stony Point Tigers this season. Open 24/7, Ally Medical is a full-service emergency room located just 5 minutes from Stony Point High School. With on-site labs, ultrasound, CT scan, and x-rays, their board-certified physicians deliver fast answers and compassionate expert care. Ally Medical ER wishes the Stony Point football team and fans a safe and exciting year. Go Tigers!
Howdy, y'all. It's the day tripper Chet Garner here for my friends at Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick. And thank you for tuning into some great Stony Point football. Now, I know you're aware of the great deals on brand new vehicles at Don Hewlett in Georgetown. But did you know Don Hewlett carries hundreds of pre-owned vehicles too? So if you have a first-time driver in your home, like I do, and need a reliable pre-owned vehicle, check out Don Hewlett. Stop by today or visit online at donhewlett.com, and let's go Tigers.
You've been watching Stony Point Tigers football on the Vype Live Network, presented by our MVP sponsor, the Stacey Group. Our diamond sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick, Hewlett Volkswagen, and Rudy's Texas Barbecue. And our platinum sponsors, Ally Medical Emergency Room and Club Car Wash. Stony Point Tigers football on Vype Live is also brought to you by our gold level sponsors, Active Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation, Buddy's Burger, Marco's Pizza, Premier Roofing, TJSN4 Vision Photography, and Verabank. And our Blue Level sponsors, Alley's Way, Corridor Title, First Texas Bank, Mighty Fine Burgers, Prosperity Bank, Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard, and Tony C's Pizza. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Vype Live.